I want to introduce Michelle Hirschfeld, who I've known for a number of years, worked with previously, and she's one of my new business partners. We're developing a new project that we have not fully launched yet, but we've discussed it with a couple of potential clients, one in the insurance sector, one in the financial sector, and they're very interested in it. And so we kind of developed it. That was our sort of our customer discovery. We were developing it with our customers to find out exactly what they wanted to do. But before we go into that, why don't Michelle, why don't you talk a little bit about your background and what you bring to the party here?
Okay, well, thank you. So I have a company called Welcome Results, and what we do is we help businesses increase their brand awareness through building relationships. I used to, I'm award-winning franchisee, and I have experience as a business owner, and so that's really helped me with understanding it's important, the importance of relationship building. So what I did when I was a franchise owner, I engaged employees when developing a training program. So I basically asked them, what do they want with training for a restaurant? And it was very interesting because they wanted to know the financials. They wanted to know what was new. They wanted to know, what was going on. They wanted to be engaged, and they wanted to have skin in the game. And then I asked them, well, how do you want to do it? And they wanted a weekly teleconference, and they wanted Google Docs. The schedule being on with Google Docs and things of that nature. I worked with a hospital developing a program acknowledging nurses and was featured in their annual report. I was awarded a Business Person of the Year. We won the Celebrated Cinemas Hospitality Award. So relationships are very important to me, and I think education is key. And as we go forward, it's always worked for me. I like to be educated as a consumer, and so when Mike and I were talking, I said I think educational videos are the next wave on YouTube, building a YouTube channel, and that's how things started to form. And then I had some people that we needed to speak to about this opportunity.
Yeah, she brought the idea to me. I don't want to claim credit for it. It kind of cobbles together a lot of the stuff we're already doing, but into a much more manageable package that will, I think, have much more impact. Again, making reference to, without naming these two companies we're working with, we also got feedback from them. And so it's a variety of things that'll happen. One of the things that I suggested was because, for instance, with these two potential clients, finance and insurance are not exactly for the lay people. It's kind of complicated. And so our initial idea with them that they're still kind of noodling over is that we would have a monthly theme where we would get them on this show and they would introduce that team, whatever it might be. Probably the first one would be just a basic introduction of who they are, what they do, that sort of thing. And then after we do that show live, then actually before that show goes live, we would produce a series of call them bullet point videos that are very short, 3 to 4 minutes, where they break down whatever that monthly theme is. And then each week on MITech TV, or I should say on MITech News, and in my newsletter and in my social media, we would then share those videos with the audience. The other part of the deal would be that we would include ads so that if you click on the ad, goes to a landing page at the company, so that if somebody wanted more information about whatever the topic was, they could reach out directly to the company. And then that landing page would also consist of pointing people to the YouTube pages where the various videos would be that they could watch at their leisure. They don't have to watch them live. They could watch them, explore the various points. Essentially, that's what these videos would be, but they would be a way for you to get educated on a very complicated topic. It would be a way for a company then to reach out and hopefully get a lot of new clients through that. And certainly it would be raise the visibility of the company to a very high level. Did I kind of cover everything, Michelle?
Yes, you did. It's new. and I've always been in the behind the scenes. So this is new for me, but the beauty is that Mike has the ability to coach. So you've got to excuse me because this is new. I mean, I've been doing teleconferencing and I've been very comfortable with that, but now we're doing Zoom, and now I'm talking to to viewers I don't know. It's not it's a totally different ball game. So the beauty about working with Mike, the two of us, is that Mike has the opportunity to coach, make you feel better. Yes, I'm a bit nervous, but it takes time. And so the beauty about YouTube is that, as I think everyone's aware, but it's the second search engine to Google, and then of course Google owns YouTube. But this will build brand awareness, loyalty, and trust. And as Mike said, you have the ability to pause, restart, and watch repeatedly. So if it is a complicated subject and you want to go back to it, you don't feel like an idiot. And you go back and review the video. To give you an example, number one, I don't know if anybody's seen the Oral-B video, the instruction about using their toothbrush, but it's actually incredible. And because of it, the next toothbrush I'm ordering is Oral-B because they're instructing me. I want to be instructed. I want to know that I'm using a product or service appropriately. Another one, Hot Wheels, has an instruction of putting some of their things together for kids. The last thing a parent wants at Christmas is to have to read a manual. As it's frustrating, and then things happen, and it cannot be pretty. Another one, ladies, is Coach. Coach, the scarves, the fashion company. It tells you not, when you buy a scarf, how to use it. And these are the kind of things that are evolving in the marketplace to help us choose who we're going to do business with. There's also the ability to edit. I'm not done yet. Mike's has the ability to edit. The other thing too is that it's reusable. You can share it with your social media platforms, and then there's analytics. And the one beautiful thing about analytics is that it tells you what is and what's not working, and you're able to change your message. I mean, it's just win, 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 win to me.
Well, the other part of that equation too is I have about 7,000 folks that follow me on LinkedIn, which of course is the big business platform where business people go. And then I'm on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I have something in the neighborhood of 3,000 or so. And I know Michelle has, I think we discussed this before the show. You have somewhere in the ballpark of 8,000 folks that follow you.
Correct.
So between the two of us, we can take that message that we're working with a client on, the video message, and even the guest columns. Guest columns would be part of this so that you get the search engine optimization. So whatever your monthly theme is, you would also write a column reflecting that monthly theme, and that'd just be one more tool to make it easy for folks to find you and find your message online. And then, but as I say repeatedly to various folks that we've worked with over the years, their marketing department, sort of a component of your marketing. We are not your marketing department.
Correct.
So it's important for the client to also share the message with their social media. If they have a newsletter, put it in the newsletter. If they have a website, of course, they have a website, put it on the website. So, I mean, we are a assist to them, a companion to them, but we're not their marketing department. We're still a news organization, and everybody has to understand that. And I have to admit that a lot of my clients don't follow through. They expect me to do all the work for them, and that's just not what this is about, right?
Well, the other thing too is that they can use this as a tool, a sales tool. So when they have a prospective client, they can share the videos with them and have a discussion. It's non-threatening. It's education, which is non-threatening. People want to be educated. So I just think and you know what, with what's happening with virtual and digital, it's the next step. And yes, there's going to be you're going to feel uncomfortable to a certain extent, but it'll go away. It's starting to go away. It's starting to go away.
Yeah, I had to twist Michelle's arm to do this because this is not something she typically does. But I talked to her about, look at insurance TV commercials where you got Flo on Progressive and you got Mayhem on, I think that's State Farm, and the Liberty Mutual's got that stupid uh, emu. But I mean, people then relate to that stuff. They find it entertaining. And so what we've discussed with our two potential clients is that then they would designate someone to be the face of that particular product. And then people would relate to them, right, Michelle?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it makes a lot of sense because you have to have someone who's going to resonate, with what you're trying to articulate with your message. You just can't have, you've got to be constant. You have to be constant and recognizable. You, so that's why you have to have a face of what you're trying to accomplish.
Repetition, and repetition is the other key to marketing. For instance, the only thing I can remember from the Liberty Mutual insurance ads is that you can, pay what you want, kind of thing. But that they pound that in. That's their whole message, and it works. Although I'm not a good case of remembering all that stuff. Uh, but uh, but anyway, yeah, it's a new idea that we're going to play around with. We think it's going to be successful. Like I say, we sort of floated it past a couple of potential clients to get their feedback, and I think they're pretty interested. And it's also something that any industry or any company can use, really, right, Michelle?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, one of my friends is the head of nursing of a huge organization, and we were talking about her recruiting, and she's having a problem, and she's in an area that's not really desired as some other areas. And I said, well, we've got to talk about what's good about that area and what you're concentrating on and why join that team. So I think it could be used for a lot of different opportunities. It depends, and you just have to be creative and um, it's a great opportunity because I think videos videos here to stay. I mean, think about it. When I need to do anything, including fixing my dishwasher, where did I go? I went to uh, YouTube.
So yeah, YouTube is in fact YouTube is that's primarily what YouTube is used for is instructional, educational videos on just about anything you can think of. So we're going to add hopefully one more element to that, and that'll be explaining complicated businesses to the lay audience, right?
Absolutely. Anybody'd like to reach me, simply email me at mhirschfield@welcomingresults.com. I think that's the best way. mhirschfield@welcomingresults.com.